There's a newly discovered secret hidden in the Avengers Endgame trailer. It's crazy. You're not gonna believe what people found. Plus, I wanna talk about the Spanish voice actor for Rocket Raccoon. Did he really spoil some crazy stuff for Avengers Endgame?
It's like the news, but for nerds. Subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Today's shout out goes to Jason Nicholson. Indeed, Sana Starros was the wife of Han Solo in the Star Wars comic books. We will do another nerd card question at the end of this video. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. I'm, of course, Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. We got some tasty stuff to talk about today. Let's start out with the spoilers and the crazy story coming out all about the voice actor for Rocket Raccoon. Now, this is not Bradley Cooper. This is the Spanish voice actor for Rocket Raccoon. And this guy was recently doing press and some interviews, and he let a couple of things slip out. Now, full disclosure here, I don't think this story is as big of a deal as people are making it out to be, but I think we're just so starved and hungry for anything Avengers Endgame that we're latching on to all this stuff. So some of this isn't that cool, but there is actually something that he said that I do think is pretty interesting. So the main thing that people are talking about is when this guy says that he can tell you that the film goes from laughter to tears and that a key character dies. He then sort of tries to walk back on that and says, oh no, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But essentially, what he's probably referring to is the death of Captain America. And if you wanted to read like way too far into this, you could even say that the fact that he says a key character and not several key characters could kind of hint that maybe the only big character to die will be Captain America. Of course, nothing that he says in this statement really like solidifies that, but just one more little like mark off in the side of, yeah, we're probably gonna have to say goodbye to Captain America, and possibly this guy is spoiling that that's the only main character that we're gonna have to say goodbye to. But you never really know. I mean, it's a voice actor for Rocket. Marvel purposely hides scripts from people, so perhaps there are several deaths and he's just a part of a scene with the death of one of the key characters, so we really don't know. Now, to me, what's really crazy is what he said about Thor. Check this out. He says in the film there are irreversible things that happen. It's very interesting what happens to Thor. And again, nothing concrete here, doesn't really explain anything, but he does say that things that happen that are irreversible are like really interesting, and it's really interesting what happens to Thor. This is not something a lot of us has talked about or even speculated about when it comes to Avengers Endgame. What Thor is gonna be doing in the movie, we're really not 100% sure. So he's really not been a big topic of discussion for us. Now, my mind immediately goes to something that happened in the Marvel Avengers Assemble animated show. And this was when they faced off with Thanos, and Thanos used the Time Stone to turn Thor into an old man. The only problem with that is, like, as Guardians get way more powerful the older they are, so he actually buffs Thor and makes him much stronger. And if that were to happen after the snap, and then they perhaps either destroy all the Infinity Stones or lock them away forever, maybe that cannot be undone. Maybe there will be several weird things that happen in the film that cannot be undone and change the fate of these characters forever. But to me, like, I think it would just be super cool if they made Thor really, really old and kind of made him even more like Odin in the MCU. I think that would be pretty brilliant. But we don't really know what it means other than the fact that there'll be irreversible things done that will likely change things in the MCU forever, and one of those things is going to happen to Thor. Pretty cool. Let me know what you think about all of the comments this guy made and what they mean for the movie in the comment section below. Now let's move on to the recently discovered secrets within the Avengers Endgame trailer. I read about this on MCU Exchange, but apparently a Redditor got a hold of a 3D version of the most recent trailer. And within that trailer, there's some really weird stuff. In this sequence with Ronan running away from this big fireball in what appears to be a subway, in the 3D version of this, there are actually body parts and alien bodies within the fireball. I mean, I've got it on the screen right here, and you just can't deny this. Like, this is actually in the 3D version of the trailer, and it looks like these are either the Chitauri or maybe the Outriders, or definitely something alien that is chasing after Ronan in this subway. So this means two big things. Number one, it really does hint at the Outriders or the Chitauri coming to Earth, Thanos and his armies coming to Earth in the movie and attacking the Avengers. We believe that these shots here are of a subway because of the signage, and it just really looks like this is the architecture you would see on Earth. Number two, it is conclusive proof of how Marvel is altering their trailers to throw us off the scent and to give us kind of a different opinion of what the events in the film will be than what they will actually be. Now, they've admitted this, and we've talked about it a lot on this channel as well, but this is just clear-cut evidence of how this kind of stuff is actually being done. It's honestly quite crazy that they left this in the 3D version and that someone found it and was able to publish it. Now, if we had to go to Speculation Town, and you know we love going to Speculation Town, I would venture to say this sort of hints at this idea of Thanos coming and attacking the Avengers at the Avengers facility. Some people believe that the shots of Nebula fighting, Captain America fighting, and Ant-Man are all taking place at the Avengers facility. Lego leaks have sort of hinted that the armies of Thanos will attack the Avengers at the Avengers facility. And this new secret discovered from the trailer sort of hints at that as well. So maybe we will get Thanos attacking the Avengers at their facility, even maybe earlier on in the movie. Now, what's more crazy, and we've talked about this even just when going over the Lego leaks and stuff, the fact that Thanos has the Outriders, the fact that he's rolling around with his army and likely will have his armor on, means that something happened. Something not according to plan has happened. Remember, he takes off the armor once he starts assembling all of the stones because it's like a rite of passage for him, and he believes himself to be so powerful he no longer needs the armor. But we know that the snap wounded him, that his arm is messed up, that the gauntlet is messed up in some way, and so something that is happening is threatening the peace and the balance and the mission that he accomplished in Infinity War. That's the only reason he'd assemble his army and come after the Avengers, is if they somehow threatened to undo the snap. Otherwise, he's retired. Like, he has no reason to be incited into conflict whatsoever unless it is to stop the snap from being undone. It's pretty crazy stuff. What do you think about this? Do you think those are the Chitauri? Do you think those are the Outriders? What do you think is going on in this scene? And do you think that Thanos and his armies will be attacking the Avengers at their facility early on in the film? All right, now let's check that nerd card on the way out of here. I want to know what high-profile actress is rumored to be in talks to star in the Eternals movie within Marvel. This just dropped yesterday. It's pretty cool news. I hope it's true. But the question remains, what high-profile actress may well star in the Eternals for Marvel? Answer that question in the comments section below. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.